Hey my Immortal Nerds, today I bring you a new Carry PvP Barbarian build to finally replace the current Heartless Terror meta in Diablo Immortal. This build gives you heavy damage output with up to 60% crit chance, you get movement speed to be where you need to be, crazy shields to push the idle and staying alive, attack speed to dominate, and escapes to survive the current dot meta. I just love this build and will show you in this guide why your barbarian should love it too. First, I will explain shortly my thoughts on an effective barbarian carry. Then I guide you through the legendary gems, sets, Paragon, and so on. I will give you a little summary screen so that you can try it easily and copy it, and I will show you an alternate build style if you really still want to go and stick to the Heartless Terror. While explaining, I will show you some of my Battleground games where I actually was able to carry the team, so a very effective one. Okay, let's start. My main issue with the Heartless Terror builds is that we die too fast. We die under the idle and can't push, so we lose games and we do not really benefit our team enough. Of course, we do damage. On the other side, as carries, we need to kill, so damage is essential. Bursts are still required. So a mount set is out. But we need it so much, we need the shield to stay alive, but if we do not go with the mount, we lose our crit chance, we lose our damage, so it's kind of a bad trade-off. That was the initial thought. But first things first. Currently, there is this damage combo you see here that is providing the best burst output when combined with the right gems. So this was my base to go into the build. We have the Lacerate here that throws 3 attacks very quickly out with a high damage. You have the Bleed with the rending bite behind it, so you deal additional damage. By that, you trigger the Falling Thunder with our Berserker that increases the damage that we deal to that enemy. And while we have our Berserker, we need the Nature's Temper to deal another additional damage. So with those 4 skills, you really have a very, very high damage potential that should be the base for this build and for nearly all of the builds that are out there to actually carry the game. We go with the skills Leap, the Chain Spears, the Berserker, and the Undying Rage. On the essences, the core piece of this build is the Broken Soul, which increases our critical hit chance up to 50%. So this is the core for this build, where the damage, together with the damage combo, comes from. We support that Wrath mode with a helmet lasting hate, which gives us another 40% duration increase of our Berserker. This is nearly the best item you can do to prolong the effect. You can go with 2 awakenings in other Berserk essences to even reduce your cooldown a bit more, but we will come to that later on. In addition, of course, as explained, the Rending Bite to deliver bleed damage and the Falling Thunder to utilize that bleed damage to deal even more damage while we are at this crazy crit chance. Going on to the Nature's Temper here to deliver an additional damage effect, and the Ardent Fervor to boost our attack speed now. So Nature's Temper and Ardent Fervor work pretty well together because the one triggers the other. We get that attack speed pretty easy. On the last essences, and this is the core of this build, we go with the Cast Defiant. We have the Leap in here, and the Cast Defiant gives us a shield which makes us immune to knockback effects. So this is our main initiation attack. We leap into the battle and instantly are, for a very short duration, immune to knockbacks and can deliver the first primary attack, or our skill, the Chain Spears, with the Temple of Battle, our chest essence, that gives us a stun. So a very nice crowd control skill here to push everyone in the idle into one direction and start slashing them. This is the main idea. Jump into the battle, hit your first primary attack, use your chain spear because they will not be able to block you from that, only with a direct stun, which is always hard to hit, and then club them to a bulb with that combination. It works pretty well. It works especially good with the sets. And this is where the charm comes into. We have a 4-piece Vithus. We now know that the 4-piece Vithus stacks with the Ardent Fervor. It's not stacking very good, but at least a bit. So we go with a 40, 45, something like that attack speed. So we have 50% crit chance. We have nearly 50% attack speed. We have a lot of damage bonuses from our equipment here. And now hopefully you see where the damage is coming from. And because we have all of that in our essences, we can now finally go with the Mountebanks. We can go with the 4-piece Mountebanks that grants us shields. So we can stay longer in the battle. We still have the Cast Defiance here that gives us another shield two times, so we can use it for initiation and then for the escape while the Mountebank drops between the battle. So a lot more damage, a lot more survivability, and this is where this build really shines. So check out the summary again. Lasting Hate, Cast Defiance, the Nature's Tempers on the shoulder, the Temple of Battle to utilize our CC and to make us really a king of the idle. We have the Ardent Fervor, the Rending Bite combination for our Lesser Raid, Falling Thunder, and the Broken Soul for our Wrath. So you see we have 4 Wrath essences in here. So bring in your rank 10 gems if you have them. Reduce the cooldown up to 30% here. That really helps you to go down to, like, with everything popped up, 5-second cooldown of the Broken Soul, which is heavily and crazily good. Do that, it's nice. Coming now to the gems, which plays a very important role in this build. I'm starting with the 4 most recommended 5-star gems. I will give you then alternative 2-star gems that you can use as a replacement or in addition, and I will even show you some 1-star gems that could be a good replacement here as well. Starting with the 5 stars, we go with the Spiteful Blood. That one is nice. It prolongs the time under the idle as well. It makes us survive longer with the immunity to primary attacks and of course the reduced damage we take. We have the Gloom Cask in here that boosts our primary attacks. So with another additional attack. So in addition to the bleed, to the shoulder attack, we now get, if you have any dots on that in here, nice. So go with dots. But with the Gloomcast, we now have a directly connected additional attack to our primary attack. So more than once a second, like the Viper or the Bile or whatever, we have a heavy burst effect on that Gloom. That one is really nice. We go with the Jade because it gives us a little damage buff, not that much, but the more important part is it gives us movement speed. We need to be fast. Jade is very nice here. And the Starfire to boost our initiation. When we leap into the battle and directly burst the Starfire, it will deal a heavy damage blow to all of them. It will stun them, so we have more time to deal our primary attacks. This one is very nice for initiation, and yeah, it's just in general a very good PvP gem. So what can you do with 2 stars? I really recommend the Battle Guard. It reduces the damage you take heavily and will give you more time under the idle. So that one is really good. The Scorn is nice because with every critical hit, every, 6 seconds, I think, it will deal an additional blow to the enemy. So think now about our 50% crit chance that you maybe even boost with your base crit chance of 5%. Maybe you have a limit in there or whatever. You can get up to 60% crit chance. So when you initiate, you definitely will pop this gem and will deal that additional damage. So it's like an additional damage effect, not as good as a Gloom, definitely, but it is something. You can really do that. Then we have the Pain Clasp. As we deal bleed damage to everyone, Pain Clasp always boosts our damage and gives us movement speed. So this one as a replacement or in addition to the Jade is really good. It is a kind of replacement for them. And then as the last recommendation, I go with the Kier Sling. The Kier Sling, yeah, it gives you some crowd control effect. When people attack you, they get stunned when they attack you. They have a chance to get stunned there. This helps you to, when you initiate, normally every enemy now deals a dot. Somehow, with an aura, with some gem, whatever, they instantly hit you, even with just a small damage. And that will stun them. So it is kind of a Starfire with less damage and everything, but it is really good for you, even for escaping it. It brings a lot of other positive effects, of course. But for initiation, it will help you as well. So when we look at the 1-star gems, that one is interesting. It's a Respite Stone that again reduces the damage you take. That one is a pretty good one to survive longer. The Torment now, it's a dot gem that again deals additional damage with every crit hit. So it can get triggered with a critical hit. Just once a second it will deal damage. Not that much as a Gloom, not that much as a Scorn, but still valid. So if you are at the lower resonance, you can take that one in. It's a very good gem, effective for a lot of scenarios in this game. Berserker's Eye, definitely a good base gem to just boost your damage, like the Jade, like the Pain Clasp, they boost your damage. That one too. It gives you a little bit of crit chance, but not that relevant here. And then lastly, the Pebbles. Pebbles is good because maybe when you are at rank, when you are at a low resonance and have to use those gems, you will not have awakened slots. So in this case, the Pebble will help you to prolong the effect of the Broken Soul, of the crit aura from the Berserker. So Pebbles is a good choice here. Okay, 3 additional informations. Paragon, definitely go for Warden. Warden gives you an additional shield. Again, very nice. Go, when you have a pet, go for the cat, of course. With the soul shield, you get 2 shields here in addition. Very nice. Warden is a good choice. Gladiator, it's valid too, but if you really want to stay alive under the idol, go for the Warden. Next one, the cursed properties. I recommend the Lashed. Lashed is very good here. We have a lot of primary attacks, definitely. We need a bleed that we deal to one enemy with our hit. But if we have those lashes and we have more enemies under the idol, we directly can affect all of them and then stun all of them with an increased damage. So Lashed is very nice here. It has at a 6-piece only a 9-second cooldown. So it's available all of the time. So it's really cool. For the Reforges, I say go definitely, as for everything, I'm recommending you for the beneficial effect duration. That one is important. The primary attack is very important. Go for the critical hit damage. That can help you, not that much because it gets drived in PvP, yes, of course, but it's still a good choice, even for PvE. And then 2 things I really recommend you to do. It's a knockback resistance and the stun resistance from the tremor bonus. Those 2, if you put them on all of the 8 items, you get 40% bonus here. If you have them, they will benefit this build extremely good because you don't have a permanent CC immunity from the Heartless Terror. You just have the Cast Defiance shield on the leap. That too will help you heavily. Go for them. I promised you an alternate playstyle. So with the Heartless Terror. So look at that. I try to push that Broken Soul into the existing Heartless Terror build. The idea is that you don't have a permanent Heartless Terror with the Dishonored Blade here, that we still use our primary damage combo with the Falling Thunder, but as we can't use the helmet, we need to go with the shoulder to the new essence, the Ramshackle Fight. That one is benefiting the duration of our Wrath as well, not as much as the other helmet, but still good enough, especially when you go with Awakenings. So very, very solid duration of that Broken Soul. We now have the issue that we need a skill slot, so we can't go with the Sweeping Spears anymore. We need our demo in there. So we kick out the chest. We don't want to go with an empty slot. The leap itself is not benefiting that much in this case, because we miss a damage from the Nature's Temper shoulder, where we need the Ramshackle now to have a valid duration of our Wrath. So we go with another damage boost here. We go back to the Tracker's Rage and to the Screaming Fury combination of our charge. That one is cool because it has a knock up instead of a stun. Knock up is always nice because it's not so dependent on the potency. So it's a valid thing that works for every enemy. And we have the damage boost here from the Tracker's Rage. So what is the benefit? You have SCC immunity now. It's not for the full duration. You have just 4 to 5 seconds or something, or I think 4. So you can time it better and take benefit of that for escaping, for initiation. You can use that demo shout. On the other side, we are missing our shields because yes, you can go with the mount set here, but you don't have the shield from the leap. Next, we have slightly worse cooldown on the soul, so it's not available as long as on the other build, and we are lacking some additional damage from the shoulder. So this one is valid too. I like the other one far more because we have more CC on the enemies. That is really nice, and we can go independently with the escape. Doesn't cost us our CC. We still have it. We can escape, go back, CC, escape, CC. You know, we can use those 4 activations as we need it. Here with the Tracker's Rage, you have 2 activations and you need them for both purposes. And that's why you always have not enough charges. So to sum up the playstyle for the initial build with the Chain Spear, for the initiation, go with the dash. You then have your Vithus procced with the shield from the Cast Defiant, so you're already attacking faster. You have directly one primary attack to spread your lashes out there. Go with a stun that is faster as well, so it nearly can't be interrupted by anyone. And stun the enemies, all of them together, and keep attacking. This is the basic initiation that most of the time let you kill any damage dealer. This is working pretty good. For the battle, when you're in the battle and you're directly in the idol, you get a lot of damage, your HP gets down. Don't get too nervous. You have a mount that gives you an additional shield. You have your spite that helps you when your damage gets under 40% of what it is, that you do not get killed that fast anymore. Then you have your Undying Rage, so you can stand there for quite a lot of time. And when it gets crazy, then escape. Try to leap out, try to get a shield. If you can just walk away, do it, of course, and wait until your Undying Rage is nearly run out. Because most of the time you won't heal up by that Undying Rage, you just try to run away, and then you need your final leap. That shield that then procs helps you to escape the dots that might be still on you. So wait until Undying Rage is nearly run off, leap before that, so that you have the shield, and survive the dots by that. For damage dealers, if you want to chase them, go with the leap stun combo. Just dash after them, use your Chain Spear and primary attack them. Then go back, don't follow them too much. Wait again until you have that combo available again, and then hop on them again to kill them. And for movement speed, yeah, we have a high uptime for our Berserker, even for that crit aura Berserker. So you can really use it for moving. You don't have to wait before a battle and then just initiate, activate it and go into battle. You can just move it to get to the idol fast. Use it for movement, not only for the battle. Okay, That's it for this carry build, guys. I know there are a lot of variations and personal preferences, and as always I suggest just try it. I'm looking forward to your review. Use the comments because most of you already know I always answer there. Feel free to subscribe to get notifications for more content like this, and have fun playing, guys. See you soon.